Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And we have a very special guest every other Thursday, the one and only Dana from Hen Lane. How are you doing, Dana?
I'm great. Thanks for having me this Thursday morning.
Absolutely. Something I like to do on occasion, people follow my channel and work with my experts, is sometimes I just go, let's flip the script. Let's have you ask me some questions. So, Dana, this is going to be your 3 episodes where you get to ask me all kinds of questions and you become the interviewer and I'm the interviewee. So the floor is yours.
Great. Well, I guess my first question is, you had me do something that I've never done before, which is actually go day by day through a 30-day free trial of Hem Lane. If every single day you did one thing in Hem Lane, what would it be, so that students and listeners would be able to understand end to end what they can get out of Hem Lane. So that was exciting. It was my first time doing it. Why does that kind of script, and why does this make sense as something that helps so they can learn property management?
Yeah, so this really goes back to kind of combining my 2 loves, right? One is I was a software salesperson and a pre-sales agent in the very early part of my career. And we always did what was called POCs, proof of concepts. Basically, our whole goal was to take, someone that we've just met through an experience, right? A practice. This is what world could be like. And then that's where my background is. This is kind of probably why I went this POC route. But more importantly, I have a lot of new students in the course, right? A lot of people come to one rental at a time are interested in buying their first rental or their second or their third. And a lot of them are not sure if they're ready to be a landlord. What I mean by that is, do they have a property manager or not? And as you know, in my course, the first 60 or 90 days of their work is just learning their market, right? Define a buy box, look at it. It only takes about 20 minutes a day, but everybody wants to do more, right? So I saw a perfect marriage, a perfect opportunity to strike while a student is hot and interested with something you already offered, right? You already offered a 30-day trial. And some of my students were signing up for that, which is great. But I saw kind of a mismatch, right? I have all these eager and hungry new investors, maybe property manager, maybe not. They're not sure. So I'm like, you know what? Let's capitalize on that first 30 days. Because I know for me, it's if I can make it, if a student goes through the first 30 days, it's now a habit and they will keep working going forward. So I wanted to keep them engaged. I didn't want the interest to wane. So I thought taking advantage of your existing 30-day trial and then mapping out a story of what it is to be a landlord, what it is to self-manage, how to advertise, how to qualify tenants, how to work on work orders, how to collect rent, what happens here, what happens there. I thought it was a perfect experience to cement their experience, to cement their daily work. So for me, the whole goal was, how can I have a new investor really get latched onto this vision and make it a habit? So it was a treat to see you create those 30 days. And it's awesome. I actually put the script in the free trial. So if they just want to go download it, PDF, they can have it. In the course, all those videos you created, it's like 40 minutes of material or 50 minutes of material day by day with you on video going through the app. It was awesome. They actually can go right along with you, right? They could click, they can have that up plus the trial. It was wonderfully done. I couldn't tell that was your first time. That was very, very well done.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Well, and one of the things that you bring up with it is this whole concept of what is it like to landlord? Because we get that question a lot where someone will call in and say, I'm thinking of getting a property manager. I'm thinking of self-managing. I'm not quite sure which one to do because I don't know how much time it's going to take and what the experience is. And then there's kind of this middle ground where Hem Lane's like, well, we can also do 24/7 repair coordination. You're still the manager. You're still making the decisions, but we do the administrative stuff. That saves you some time. We also have leasing agents, but then still there's people who say, well, what about just being hands off? And like, how much work is it really? And so I do think that proof of concept, which I've never done a POC before, believe it or not, I think it was good because it essentially allows them to realize how much work is it? What are you expected to do? And how is the experience? And is this something that you like? Because investors ask us all the time, is Hem Lane right for us? or, should we do traditional management? And we always tell them it's personal preference, right? It has a lot to do with you. There's no one who makes that decision except for you. There's some people who say, take the keys and I never want to hear about my asset ever, and just send me a bill and I'm not going to look at it. And there's others who are like, yeah, I kind of want to make some of the decisions. I want to be in the know. I don't really want to do the work. And then there's some people who are like, I want to do the work. I want to do everything. And, hopefully in that POC, people kind of saw the difference of like, you could do the basic package where you're doing everything. You can get a leasing agent and then they help and do the leasing. I had a lot of fun doing that and was happy that you did it. And hopefully the students find it super helpful.
Yeah. And again, folks, it's in the course now. We loaded, I think, day 1 through 15 2 weeks ago, and day 16 through 30 was loaded this week. So they are in the course. The course is called, of course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. Link is below. And again, I think it's amazing. I watched all 6 episodes and I was like, yep, this would have helped me in the beginning, because I didn't know. I knew I wanted a better future. I knew a single family home was the right answer, but it seems funny to admit, but I didn't know what it meant to be a landlord. I didn't know any other landlords. Nobody in my family was ever a landlord. Nobody ever thought about being a landlord. Nobody could tell me anything. So I just went to a property manager. This 30-day trial would have allowed me to go, all right, at least I know what I'm paying for, because I didn't even know what I was paying for, right? Why is he taking 10% of my money? Well, it's 90 minutes away. So it's very well done. And you nailed what I was hoping for, right? People can now get in my course, create their buy box, do their daily work. And then if they're still excited, they can go execute a couple of days of the trial, either just go through the script in the free course or watch your video and do it online. So very nicely done. Thank you for doing that. I know it was a lot of work.
No, it was really fun to do. And, it's interesting, Michael, when you talk about, you didn't know this stuff, like when you started and went to a property manager, a lot of this didn't exist.
No, it didn't.
Like all of the fintech and stuff like that, where people are paying rent online and tenants are asking for that. And you can send it direct to your bank account with them not having your routing and account number. You couldn't do that even 5 years ago. You had to give the routing and account number, and you had to do direct deposit. But I think fintech and software, and you've been in software sales, you've seen the development of software over time. It's made it so much easier to have that accessible to landlords. And it kind of started with softwares where it was accessible to property managers first. And now as landlords finally coming where there's this technology for you as well.
Yeah. So folks, if you are thinking about being a landlord, you need to take the 30-day trial. If you want to see the script and you don't want to pay any money, no problem. Go get the free course. You can just download it. It's PDF attached to the video. So Dana, thank you very much for doing it. I hope the students, thousands of students, take the opportunity to sign up and, take a run through the trial. It will help them understand what is possible. And I think you did a great job.
Great. Thanks so much.
You got it.